Karrion Kross is the devil you know, but Kombat Jones is the devil you don't, because he was out there laying it down.
And I'm a killer too. You wanted me? Well, you got me.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah, so WWE SmackDown was crazy. Live in Montreal, the crowd was off the chain for Sammy, of course. For John Cena, of course. The ticket prices were high, as they should be. Well, that's debatable, but
yeah, weed's legal in Canada. They definitely are high. Gotcha.
Yeah, they need to add some extra tariffs for all that, especially for them not chanting "We want Kross, we want tariffs." I should have started chanting that, and they loved chanting against El Grande Americano. They made sure to put that on as like the main event shows before and after both shows and during the show, and you heard the hate or the love or the WWE knows what they're doing. They capitalize off that crazy. But yeah, John Cena started it off with Logan Paul, and that's what we're gonna get at Clash in Paris, and we got some love from Cody Rhodes too, and pretty special to see John Cena in his last appearances. We're getting down there, man. It's
that's actually
it's pretty crazy.
That's something down the line a lot of people might not recognize or appreciate that right now. Oh, you can't see me one.
You can't see him. Yeah, back there I got the farewell one too now. Yeah, available at Walmart. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, got you. But yeah, SmackDown was good. I mean, you thought like when you saw Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam live, that'd be the last time you saw Cena wrestle live. But then that's not the last time you saw him.
It wasn't, and that was the thing too. I didn't expect that they were going to announce that as a match too, with Cena and Cody tagging together, which was a great setup. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty damn cool.
And then that ends up setting up, like you were talking about, for Clash in Paris. We're going to have Cody versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship. I love it and hate it because, number one, Drew McIntyre is finally kind of in the main event scene again. And like, I really think if you've watched our show, and if you don't watch our show, we are huge Drew McIntyre fans as well. Like, he has put in the work, but there is no way in hell, no shout out to Vince McMahon, but there's no chance in hell that Drew McIntyre is going to take the title off from Cody Rhodes. So it's like a bittersweet moment. I'm glad that Drew McIntyre is back in the main event scene, but I'm also upset because, it's not really going to go anywhere as far as him like succeeding and winning the title. Yeah, it was cool. And then we're going to get John versus Logan too, which is kind of interesting. People were like, well, we only got so many matches left and stuff, but you're going to give the rub to the newer guys and Logan Paul, and it's a big moment. Logan Paul's got a huge following. He gets the clicks. He's got the podcast, so, impulsive. So it makes sense to a certain extent. And the way Drew McIntyre put Cody's head through that whole table with that Claymore kick, you could hear it from the nosebleeds where I was sitting, and the whole crowd just gasps. Oh my God, Cody! But John Cena did the greatest hits. He's back, man, and cool seeing him backstage with R-Truth too, doing things. Hey, remember when you did that weird gimmick when you said that you were gonna ruin wrestling, and you came out and you didn't do anything? I was like, what are we doing here? Truth was speechless too. Good way of playing it off and all that, but SmackDown was it was a solid show. It wasn't bad for the most part. They had some moments, and it led to what it was supposed to do. And Sammy had a huge moment too, of course, being there because when they went off the air, actually he had brought his son into the ring, and that's the first time his son, I believe, has saw him wrestle there, I think he said, or something like that. Or no, his son's been there, but I think his son went in the ring with him and he waved to the fans and everything, and they really had a big moment. So shout out to him there, and shout out to Kevin Owens too. I wonder if he was around in the building too. Get well soon for him too. So Yeah, I know. I was gonna say like that was kind of like you said, like the crowning moment of SmackDown was Sami Zayn in his hometown, John Cena and
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes tagging together.
Yeah.
But moving on over to Raw, the crowning moment was not anything in the ring. It was what we've talked about before, Combat Jones out in the crowd going crazy.
Yes.
The madman.
Live
You
on
don't know that
Netflix.
Karrion Kross is the devil you know, but Combat Jones is the devil you don't, because he was out
Yeah.
there laying it
And I'm a killer too. You wanted me? Well, you got me. Yeah.
But then again, you went to Raw and you didn't think you were going to see CM Punk wrestle. And
Oh my God.
Lo and behold, you got to see CM Punk wrestle as well. Like,
and I was so
man.
close too. I was so close.
I know.
Dude, I'm almost like the story is almost completely finished. Like,
what would complete the story if CM Punk finished on your chest or something?
oh, we were. Hey, you never know. Yeah, if some Pepsi, you know, I don't know, maybe share a Pepsi with Pepsi Phil or something. You know, I don't know. Have a conversation, say what's up, take
You
a
guys
picture
each
with
have
the
a straw to spin drift and
Yeah.
drinking together, or
Take
like
a
Lady and
picture
the
with
Tramp
the bracelet.
spaghetti.
Take a picture
Oh.
with the bracelet. Maybe get a little autograph for a tattoo to add to the tattoo I got to get now because he won the championship. You know, just a little respect, but couldn't ask for much more. Honestly, it's really cool. But the only thing about Raw, it kind of threw me off, which was disappointing. I was really looking forward to seeing Naomi.
Yes, yeah,
because that was part of the show, which was advertised, you know, and we didn't get that, and we're everything's kind of up in the air right now, and it's just all speculation. We really don't know. There's so many rumors about what it is, and we don't know. And of course, you can't go off of, you know, some of these all these dirt sheets, and especially Dave Meltzer and any of that bullshit, because the sign was not confiscated. I still have it, and you can come rip it out of my cold dead hands. Yeah.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I just, you know, T's and P's out to Naomi. You know, like I said, like you said, there's different rumors going out there. I don't really like speculation or anything, but hopefully she's okay. If certain rumors are true, like I'm sure she's on cloud 9 with a lot of things going on. But
right,
yeah,
she is supposed to address the crowd on Raw, I believe, coming up. Right, they were saying so. I guess we're finally gonna figure it out, and then we'll get her answer and see what happens. But man, I thought Raw was pretty damn good. I thought it was entertaining, you know, and didn't have to see the why it sucks at all. Besides that SmackDown with a little promo they did, and I gave them what I thought of them, you know, during the whole thing. Told them go back to Whataburger again, and so on and so forth. And
really,
of course, the Canadians looked at me again like I wanted free healthcare. I'm like, no, I just don't like the gimmick. I don't like Uncle Howdy and the White Six. But yeah, Raw was great show, I thought, especially to end it with CM Punk, and of course we got CM Punk doing his Ultimate Warrior impression. he was on cloud 9, man. He was hyped up. Scrap Daddy AP came out there and made it a fatal 4-way, and Seth Rollins came out there and, you know, messed up the whole match, of course, and had to do what he did. And now we got the title of Braun with these guys, and CM Punk had a few good one-liners talking about somebody's going to get punched in the face, and, you know, Seth Rollins, you want to run around and act like you're on crutches and your legs are broken. Well, guess what? Next time I see you, by the time this is all done, I'm going to break your damn legs. So he keeps his promises. Remember what happened with Drew McIntyre and that damn bracelet. So Seth Rollins, you're on borrowed time, brother. You better watch out.
And shout out to local enhancement talent Vikram Prasher, who was an EMT at the end of Raw.
Yes.
That, he reached out to us on Instagram and told us that he was actually there and he saw you in the crowd during Raw, and he just wanted to say he appreciated you coming out and everything else. And I mean, the whole thing was cool. And at the end, going back to Clash in Paris, now we have a fatal 4-way, it looks like, for the World Heavyweight Championship, which is kind of interesting. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, which is going to be a real interesting who's going to take the pin there. So
yeah, it really sets it up. And like LA Knight has kind of been in the picture for a while. It's like he's had his moments, but he like, is he really world champion material? I don't know about that, but he's got the crowd, and you know, sometimes you got to go with what you got and make the most of your time and what you have, and that's what he's got. And same with Jay, you know, and obviously we assume that Seth Rollins is winning that match. We know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And the fighting started at the end of Raw with Punk and LA Knight, and then with Jay getting involved and stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic of how that match goes and how far they really go on each other, because we know what's going to happen. Like I said, Seth going to win. He's got to continue to go on to build the story more. Like it would be quite a swerve if he lost, but I don't see there would be a point in any of it for him losing. He's got to go on.
Who do you think is going to eat the pin? Is it going to be LA Knight or Jey Uso that eats the pin at the end of it?
I mean you're on with that. I don't think it's going to be Punk. Yeah, I would highly doubt it. Maybe, I mean, you never know, but we'll see if Braun if they get involved some type of way, or some people are saying that they may end up being banned from ringside if they can do something about that. But it's going to be an interesting dynamic. I can't wait to see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And should be cool. And Raw was good. The women's matches were great. You know, Io Sky put on a hell of a performance, and Maxine Dupree did her thing against Becky Lynch, tried her best, and she got disarmed. She
did her best.
She did her best. She showed what she had. She, you know, that was her first title opportunity, I believe. So you got to shout out to her for that. And shout out to everybody that was there. And Dirty Dom too. People were talking about like who may be John Cena's last match. Who should it be? You know, should he take the pin? Should he go out on top? What should it be? I don't know. People are talking about maybe it should be Braun Breaker. Maybe it should be Gunther. I'm thinking maybe it should be Dominic Mysterio. If you're going to put somebody over, I would like to see Dominic Mysterio. If somebody's got to go over on John Cena, if they even do it like that, I would like to see Dominic Mysterio. But I could see it with either. But I don't know if Gunther really needs it. I would like to see it on a younger guy too. So I think Dom or Braun Breaker. But I think Dom it would pay the most for in the end, honestly.
Now, go back to Clash in Paris. One thing that I was interested about, because we were talking about Naomi, was that she's supposed to defend her championship against Stephanie Backer. So
you're right.
Maybe that's what they're addressing on Raw, because Clash in Paris is in 2 weeks now. So
or this next weekend or the weekend. So
I'm really interested to see what that happens. Now, isn't it supposed to be Cody and Drew McIntyre? Because it says at Clash in Paris, because it doesn't say that on the official card that I saw. But
it doesn't say that yet. I would assume that's what it's going to be. But as Drew McIntyre had said on SmackDown, he's like, I took Cody out indefinitely. They don't even want to say how long your Golden Boy's out for, because they know what I did to him, and I did all of this, you know. And
it was kind of,
who knows?
It was kind of felt, because this past SmackDown without Cody Rhodes, and it was just sort of lackluster to me. I mean, there wasn't really too much going on, but
and a weird thing being in Boston and not having John Cena show up. But now we know later that, like, I think the last event that allegedly John Cena is scheduled to appear at, where it kind of lands on the dates and with the calendar, it is in Boston or near Boston for Saturday Night Main Event. So I guess they're kind of they want to save that whole pop and that whole experience maybe just for that. Because if he showed up, it would kind of mean more. So I guess, but I think there was probably a lot of people that showed up thinking there was going to be John Cena there in Boston. But I don't know. I don't think he was technically advertised, so it is what it is. Also, shout out to one of NEP WWE truck drivers, Clint. Again, hit me up late that night. He said, "Hey, you want to come down here and help set up for SmackDown?" I was like, man. At 1 a.m., I was like, I can't make it down there in time, but I appreciate it. So it would have been another hell of a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but shout out to Clint for that, and all love to the WWE guys behind the scenes, have we said.
Shout out to our guy Zeus from AIW, because he was talking about how when when Seth Rollins' group first started out, they had told Sammy to go to SmackDown and they would get him a world heavyweight title shot, and he refused. But now he openly got traded to SmackDown to go after the U.S. title, which really doesn't make any sense at all. But
yeah, now he's just there feuding with the MFT and with Solo Sikoa again, and of course he's with Jacob Fatu and he does Jacob's gimmick, and he's with Big Jim now, and hanging out, and they're kind of reunited. So
setting up war games, right? I mean,
I guess I there's so much going on with so many different people that could be in war games and so many different groups. It's like, what are they gonna do? Who the hell knows? Like, you only got so much time, but it's interesting, man. Sammy with what they're doing, and then with Kross, like what could he be doing? But these storylines interject at some points, and like they can't overlap, and they have to make sense going forward for months and years, even for what Paul Heyman says in the future for a setup. So we got to take that all into account too. But I'm sure it's also going to make a great episode of a great new season of WWE Unreal once all this comes out and we really see what is what. So
now, can I say that's the one thing about the whole thing with Karrion Kross,
right?
To bring that up again, and we're Karrion Kross fans because that's what we do. Is when after SummerSlam, when the whole crowd was chanting "We Want Kross," and Triple H said, "Oh, you hear that? Oh, you got Brock or whatever." And what did Karrion Kross reposted on Twitter? He said, "Unreal." So when he posted that, coinciding with the Unreal TV show that came out on Netflix, I was like, is this all a big work? Like, is this all kind of building to something? I don't really know, but
yeah. And even if it's not a work, like they'll just turn it into a work and make it seem like it was a work all along, if not to a certain extent, right? Is what they could really do, or they could do whatever they want, regardless. And people got to remember at the end of the day, like people like, this is a business. And that's what it is. Like they care about the fans, yes, because they buy the merchandise, they buy the tickets, but to an extent. You can't give it all away. Like, this is not AEW, with all due respect, but you can't completely cater to the fans because it is a business and you need to make money. And there is people above that, and we got TKO, and we got everything. And there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and so many factors that we really just don't understand, and with contracts and everything. So it's like, it's beyond our comprehension.
Yeah. And it's that's the thing. At the end of the day, people that sit there and criticize everybody behind the scenes, what they're doing. Like, it's easy to sit behind a keyboard and just say, what would be best for the group. But at the end of the day, we don't know shit. We're just the ones that are sitting here and eating it and ingesting it and trying to enjoy it the best we can.
And they said Michael Cole even mentioned Karrion Kross during the Sammy match on Raw. And then that also, people, I don't know if it's just it could be an Easter egg. It could not, could have just said it. But Xavier Woods, the New Day saw my sign. They saw the "We Want Kross" sign. Then they were backstage, and he had cut that little promo, and he said "TikTok." So who the hell knows, man? Like, regardless of what it is or how you feel about it, just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the show, man. Have fun. This is our escape. We love pro wrestling. We love talking about it, and we love watching it. And it's just all in respect and love to the wrestlers and everybody that puts their life on the line and takes the time to entertain us, so we can take the time out of our day and escape and have fun and do and watch what we love. Like, that's all it comes down to.
That's all
but remember, it's a business, and that's got to trump everything, because if that doesn't work, then we have nothing. So all love and homage to everybody that came before and paved the way and going forward too, and is doing and sacrificing what they need to do for the greater good. Like, we saw it with Punk years and years and years ago, and then we saw changes come from it. So like with Karrion Kross, it's reminiscent of that in a certain way. And same like what Paul Heyman said with Stone Cold Steve Austin too, to a certain extent. So like voice of the voiceless type stuff. Daniel Bryant, Yes Movement, Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania, like, so our truth, so interesting going forward. SmackDown was, they got to get their stories together, but Clash in Paris is looking good. So I'm excited to see what happens for that, and very excited to see where we're going with everything, and Just be patient, people. Keep going out there. Keep going to the arenas. Keep chanting, "We want Kross." Let it be known all across the internet, and especially let it be known at all the events, live, in person, and hopefully WWE will listen. If not, somebody else will, but Karrion Kross definitely appreciates it. We know that, and show support, get his book, like we said, and do all that. And shout out to all the wrestlers. Yeah.
That's right.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Can't wait to see what happens. And shout out to Quebec City. Besides the fact that they didn't want to chant "We Want Kross," I had the next full day to explore the city. And anybody that's never been there, I really recommend going because it's a beautiful place. It's like Montreal, but even more like Europe. Even more French speaking. But the sights, the architecture, the art, the food, they had like this huge waterfall that's bigger than even Niagara Falls technically. It was amazing. Like just the streets and the way everything is set up. Like I felt like I was in a different country. But I didn't feel like I was in North America. I felt like I was in France, or I felt like I was in Europe. So, and everybody was very nice over there. I'll give them that. So shout out to Quebec City too, and what they did. And shout out to WWE for putting on great events and everything else. And AEW is heating up a little bit too. So all respect to them and MJF and everybody and what they're doing, and Edge and
Cope and Christian.
Cope and Christian. Yeah.
It sounds like a chewing tobacco brand. Cope and Christian.
Yeah. So it looks like they're leading to that with FTR or whatever, but it is what it is. We, hope keep picking up the product, keep getting momentum, and we'll see where it goes for AEW too. NXT on fire also. It's awesome. And TNA is picking up. Shout out to everybody over there. Like it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. The momentum's picking up. We kind of get our ups and downs with stuff, but we are getting the Dudley boys and the Hardy boys again in the ring together. One last time.
So if only Cope and Christian were able to join them,
Exactly. That's a damn shame. So but it's cool. It's cool what they're doing everywhere around for the nostalgia of it, and just letting fans see in the older generations, newer generations, and then putting it out there. So lots of fun. We love it. So shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. That was kind of our recap of what's happened with WWE in the last week or so with Raw and SmackDown and all that. And shout out to everybody out there. We appreciate the love. Yeah. Ringside Renaissance. I'm Andrew Kombat Jones, and that's pretty deadly Jesse. Ringside Renaissance. Yeah.
I have now promoted Ringside Renaissance, available sometimes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you can get the latest episode on YouTube. So
bust that open. Ringside Renaissance. Yeah.